Okay, now that season 2 is over, I can finally get to my ranking of all 20 songs in this. Now, my first video where I ranked the season 1 songs didn't do very well, and I kind of think that might have been because I was really late to the party. I kind of made that video a long time after season 1 came out and no one was really interested, but I'm going to try to get this out sooner rather than later so that, it actually gets seen. So I'll be starting with my least favorite. I'm going to be moving up to the ones I like the most. And before I say anything, I do want to complain a little bit that these songs were a lot shorter than the ones in the first season. I kind of think that knocks these down a lot. But, feels like they were designed to fit into a reel, but that's fine. I'm still going to cover them and, say what I think about each of them. So let's get right to that. So first off, Hear My Hope. I despise this one so much. It made me very genuinely angry to listen to and see. I've seen people comparing it to the ending of My Little Pony, and I feel that in my heart. Like, it's too cheesy, And we have Val helping the protagonist, and Charlie smiles at him. I don't understand why we have that. I'm pretty sure it's whoever animated this. I'll put the post on screen if I remember to. But they posted a tweet that they wanted it to be like fan service for anyone who ships that. And that's just maddening to me. Like, what do you mean for the people who ship that? We cannot be shipping Valentino and Charlie, But whatever. It was really similar to the ending of Wish, where they just start singing and they use the power of friendship, and the big bad guy is yelling like, no, stop it, no, and he's just getting smaller and he's crying, and they fix everything and the world is better. Like, I really hate songs like this in general. They're just so, like, they want you to be emotional, they want you to be like, wow, it's so beautiful and hopeful, but I hate it. I thought this was a show for at least teenagers or, mature audiences, but like, you're so clearly going for children here. Now my next one is Bad With Us. The only thing I like about this song is every Overlord gets their own little music genre or vibe. ZZ, the Dino, I really like the way that she looks. I like her singing voice. I'm not a fan of her like rave auto-tune section. I don't think Vox should ever sing like that ever again in his life, in his afterlife. Vox's genre was cute, like, when he's singing his part when he has a stroke of luck. I don't really know what genre that is, but it's fitting for him. It's fitting. Other than that, the song was really annoying, honestly forgettable, but it works for an intro to the episode. It establishes what the V's are doing in a nice, quick way, and that's also the beginning of Vox's Mexican face arc. Next on my list, I have the love song between Sir Pentious and Cherry Bomb, which I really think that Pentious does not have a strong singing voice. This is kind of like a generic pop song, like punk rock kind of love song. It just doesn't give what it needs to give. And Cherry's voice also suffers, in my opinion, from the same thing of not sounding as good when put into song form. I also just don't think it works on the basis that their ship doesn't really work, in my opinion. They don't have much chemistry outside of the fact that they fought, and apparently Pentious had a crush on Cherry for a while. To me, they seem more platonic than romantic, but, if you ship that, that's fine. Then I have Clean It Up, which I was gonna put it on the bottom of the list, but the other ones, they're there for my own personal reasons. And I'll say, I really hate Nifty as a character. I do not like her. I hate her with a burning passion. I'll make a whole video on that soon enough. Her voice is the worst for singing. The worst. And the Japanese part doesn't fix it. I'm so sorry. I hate Charlie's whining in the background. Her going like, can anybody understand this? It's not cute. You're not cute, Charlie. A lot of people have already complained about how Charlie is in this season, and I might fall victim to making a video on it too. Before I move on, I'm sorry, but Nifty's little stab thing is not as funny as I think it is. It is such a forced, like, here's this character's catchphrase, here's how we're gonna market her, you know? It's so obvious. Thankfully, this song, I think, is really short, so it doesn't outstay. Well, it does outstay its welcome, but it doesn't go too outstaying. Now we have Like You. A very unremarkable song. I despised it at first, but, you know, now in comparison to some of the other songs that I've listened to, it's not as bad. I'm sort of more indifferent to it now. You get the overview of what heaven's like, you get to hear that no one's addicted to crack, which is cool, and that's about it. It's just kind of a pop song. It's filler content. Next we have Speedrun to Redemption, which I almost forgot to put this on my list until I looked through the soundtrack again. Charlotte has the weakest songs, weakest character of the season, and her mimicking Penches's accent voice made me cringe really hard. I really can't get over that. You know, like, when she does his accent, it feels like an unintentional, ignorant racism on her end, like she's making fun of his little snake voice. Anyways, felt bad that Angel got forced into this position. This song, very mid. Don't have anything else to say about it. Above that, we have When I Think of the Future. Probably a lot of people think the song is really cool because every character gets like a little reprise mini version of their previous songs. And I'm not too big on this trope. Like the Gravity reprise really bothered me, the way that Abel kind of puts his lyrics in, and when they like really quickly shorten down the lyrics, like hard rain's gonna come down, they go really quick over it, and it's not good. It's not good. I'm glad that Baxter got a few seconds to sing. I'm gonna make a video on him. Really sad with how underutilized he is. I also hate them giving Valentino a section to sing where he's supposed to be really sympathetic with how he feels. I'm sorry, I don't care about how Val is emotionally battling with his relationship with Vox or like anything. He's a horrendous character. He treats Angel Dust terribly. He's just not like and many other people under his control. I'm never gonna sympathize for him. It's a bit of a weak song, but it'll help the younger audience that this show clearly has remember what everyone's character motives are, what their goals are, and give them a little recap. Live to Live. Sir Penchus, again, really don't think he should be singing that often. It's cool to see him connect with Sarah in this duet, though. They get like a little callback to It Starts With Sorry, and that's, you know, that's sweet. I didn't really care much for this one. It's kind of mid. Honestly, I probably would put it below the other song, but, you know, I have a certain dislike for When I Think of the Future, and then this one, I don't have that dislike for. It's just, again, it's kind of mid. It's not, it's inoffensive, I guess. Royal Flush. Angel Dust is in drag. Everyone loves that. And I like how clear it is that they're referencing Jessica Rabbit here with the way that he dances around, and his whole dress kind of resembles hers. And I'm not super big on this one, but, you know, it's better than his singing in Poison. You know, he's not putting on his Angel Dust persona. He's being more of himself while he's in this song. And also the tune of it sounds really similar to If the World Was Ending, I Don't Want to Be Next to You. I'm not going to sing it perfectly because I'm pretty sure you can get copyright for that, but you know that song. If you listen to them next to each other, they sound very similar. I'm not a Husker Dust shipper, so this song doesn't do anything for me in that department, but if it does for you, that's good. Next we have Easy. Very abrupt intro, but I'm glad that this song finally gives us a consensual, or the implication of a consensual, intimate act happening between two characters. And I think this works as a love song better than Piss does, and I think, you know, couples can play this over their proposals or their TikToks or their little wedding clips, you know. And it's a sweet little song. And people love Vaggy's little hip shake. You know, it's a nice song. It's cute. It's nice, healthy, consensual Yuri. So it gets bonus points for that. Once we get up there, it's not super high up there, but Vox, you stole from Mr. Puzzles. I see it. When you play that piano, you're trying to be Mr. Puzzles, but you're not him. Anyways, Velvet's voice, I like when Velvet sings. I know a lot of people find her British accent and the way she talks annoying, but I think it works. I like it. If Valentino could be removed and the song would be a lot better. I don't want to hear him talk about hot new angel, you know. I like the way that Vox sings a heavenly host that bows none to us. It's, I don't know, I like his singing in so many of the, I'm glad he got so many songs because I think his voice is very good. Very good, I like it, I want it. It's a fine song to establish what the V's goal is going to be throughout the season. And I appreciate the little be prepared reference at the end. Vox has a couple little scar scenes. Don't you forget. Now Rosie, in my opinion, she's a bit hard for me to like because the whole, you know, like slave owner parallels that she has in the song, but I do like the way that it sounds. It's got a fun, little classic evil lady musical vibe to it. So it's cute. It's not, I don't have a lot more to say, but I think I like the little style it has. But right above that, I have Don't You Forget Reprise. I mean, yeah, he knew Vox was gonna do it better. His voice has an energy to it that captivates you, you know? And Alistair singing in this is a little bit like, I don't care too much for it, but he bounces off of Vox well enough in this. And I thought the lyric of "Though the radio's gone dead, you know," sound kind of neat. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot, but it's a good unhealthy toxic yaoi that will never happen because Alistair has no interest in romance or intimacy. After that, we have Vox Populi, which I am so sorry to Lucifer that your cool little intro got ruined with your lyrics and the fact that you can't hurt sinners. So it was all just for show. I like the song a lot. I can't stop stimming that little Hail Vox Populi, the people's voice. Can't stop muttering that around the house. I think Vox is very convincing, and I like when he gets his other Scar moment here when he's walking in circles around Lucifer. Like, he doesn't be like, tell them who's gonna kill us, but you know, he's closing in on him. And I mean, I have to say it, everyone loves the line where he goes, "Well, I got no chains on me," and he's ready to rise to heaven while Lucifer is chained and stuck down here. Ah, God, I really wish that the ending did Vox better, because they build him up so well. And of course I'll get into that into my Vox video. Now we have Trust Us. Charlie in the hotel's part is kind of whatever. It's just, it's the good guy part, you know? Like, it's for the nice people, and you get to be like, oh, they're sweet. But then you get to the V's part, and you get star potential, and I love that. It's my favorite 2 words in the world, and if I hear someone else say it, or I hear it in the song, I've conditioned myself to scream, do not play it in front of me, please. But also do it, because it's funny. But I really like Velvet and Vox. They're singing, and I like that we get a peek into what it's like if you get hired by the V's, what your lifespan is here, and how quick it goes, and they just toss you aside. You know, and this song kind of gets taken down a bump because of how blatant Vox is. Trust me, you know, how he reveals that he's gonna betray them so quickly, and it's so blatant, and it annoys me because could have foreshadowed that a lot more subtly, but it's fine. Next we have Vox Day, I think. Vox DEI, Vox Diversity Hire. So the cult feeling of this, when he's starting to rebel against the angels and talk to them, we're not going to take it. He feels so menacing. And he gets to be the Fuhrer, and he gets to be the nightmare that the angels made when they spilled the sinner's blood. A big thing that carries this song is when he has his line of "find the rope you can swing from," and you get the 3D shot spinning around him, and his screen starts to glitch out when he pulls on his wires as if he's almost accidentally disconnected himself. And I really love the way that he embodies the rage of hell in this song, and how he's obsessed with like the imagery of people ending their own life, which really hinted at him ending his own life when he was a human, which I really wish they went with that, but they didn't, and that's fine. I'm sure they had their reasons for that. But I also really love how quickly he's able to get that angelic mockery when Sarah reveals her form, and he goes even grander with his. Next we have Brighter, which is we get the human backstory reveal for Vox, and I really like his demon form flashing between the lightning and when he kills people. It kind of made me laugh because it looks silly, but it's still cool. And I love the epic, grandiose feeling of it when he's singing. I like the little talking parts in between the lyrics. I like that he sees himself as a shark, and he sees his competition as like little fishes that are just invading his space, waiting for him to eat them. And the death screen is like so horrifying, and I like the TV head falling on him. The TV falling on his head. I like that one frame where like he's screaming and you can see his face, and it's so like brutal. And I also like that his cult members get baptized into the new life when the electricity goes through the current of the water. I didn't realize it was an aquarium at first, but I like that. It's cool. Next we have Sarah's Confession, which Sarah, I think she needs a lot more songs like this specifically, because her song fits this like dramatic, like dark tone really well. The Speaker of God is nice. She's got this golden ray of hope in her voice, but I get a lot more chills when I hear Sarah singing about commanding the slaughter, and she's walking through these fields of corpses, and she's just seeing the destruction she's brought, and it's such like a cool scene. I wish that the exterminations weren't just like a 7-year thing, because it makes that feel a little weird, but also it's fine. They get the image across, and it's effective. Gravity is my number 2 spot. It's held back by being sang for Adam, but this song has such like a rage to it, and Lute has so much like grief and hard build up within her that she's gotta like finally release in this burst of anger. And I love the like eye for an eye, you owe me a debt line. The irony of her being the one that cut out Vaggy's eye, but still like how she's saying like, you killed someone that I loved, so now you owe me the debt of letting me kill someone that you love. She's like so furious, and I think this is setting up for her to be a bigger character in season 3 or 4. I've heard hints that 3 might have Alistair as a villain, and 4 is possibly someone from heaven as a villain, so I hope she gets to shine in the forefront as a villain soon. Finally, as the number 1 spot, of course, I had to go with Love in the Bottle. Was there any question of what would get first? Like, Husk has the best singing voice of all the characters, and I'm glad he finally gets a solo here where he doesn't have Angel next to him. I love the little angry cat meow when he's losing his little gambling games. and I like getting a glimpse into what his time as an overlord was like, because you see the imagery in the background that like this used to be his casino. There's his wings and his kind of designs everywhere, and you get to see what his peak was like when he was thriving before he was tied down to Alistair. I like the ladies singing in this. I like him saying that Jin never screws you over, and it immediately making all of his money go away when he loses everything. Real good. Most replayable song in my opinion. That's all the songs. So I would love to hear what you guys think, what your list of the 20 songs were. Let me know if you guys want me to remake my season 1 song tier list, if you want me to put them together and see like what my overall Hazbin songs are. And yeah, love you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you feel so inclined. Have a great day. Bye.